Grimoire, I've been standing here.
Just checking.
Do you have the map?
Yeah, but... It's a stone carving.
I think it's supposed to look like it's an A. Playing a harp.
Playing a harp. Hang on a second. It's full of the same weird water that was in the...
It needs to be. It's a little melody. Is that an envelope?
It's been opened, but the let's read it.
Isn't that an...
No, definitely.
It's a family tree.
Looks like he was married.
Scandal.
That way. Flora's portrait is holding a knife tipped with blood because it stabbed Freya.
What? Closed. And even if you were right, where does that leave us? A painting can't...
Down the middle.
What about the cassette tape?
Yeah, it sure is. I think. It's piano music.
Weird.
It's someone humming a tune.
Is that an egg? An egg with...
It's also what a completely ordinary object. That's the one.
Hey, not bad. Did it unlock?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Well, I'm not... And... Flora... Is there anything you'd like to tell?
Freya was painting your portrait yesterday.
Flora, you were definitely in the room at the time of the murder. I'm guessing it doesn't tell the time.
So what does it do?
Puzzle? No, that was it.
Nice work. What's in the box?
A little tool, but I'm not actually sure what it is.
Whoa. Nice cape.
You're not But before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared in the hall and begun up the fellow staircase. He told me to stay out of the way. Penelope called out from behind me. She wished to know where Professor Pointer had gone. She too crossed the hall and disappeared up the fellow. Gardener finally made his appearance. He spoke to me of what had occurred.
Gemstone, don't you think? Oh, we're
rooftop garden. It was quiet. And then, it came from Flora's tower. So we went up there. Poppy was with me. Did I not mention that? Flora's room was locked. That's normal. She usually locks it from the inside. I knocked on the door and shouted. Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back. First, Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too. Penelope arrived shortly after that, with Felix in tow. I thought that was odd. You don't normally I found her pacing back and forth around the stone square. When I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
Tower.
This could be interesting.
That's done it.
Neat. Anything in there?
Yeah, it's wrapped in... Huh. That's kind of ominous. What's that thing by the hand?
It made a noise.
I guess that was right. And the...
I still feel like... all the broken glass. Was Fifi not in there?
No idea. To the Moonlight Garden.
The what?
The little garden after a while. His room's on the other side. In the Moonlight Garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Last night, Freya was lying on the floor. So I ran downstairs to get Fifi. Her door was still locked, but I could see she'd already been crying. Ever seen her angry? I dragged her out. He had Penny with him. Fifi had this idea. Done, she went back upstairs, and I went back to my room.
That...
Of sorts. It's a model of Tangle Tower.
What's in those bottles?
I'm not sure. Soil sample, the library, or...
I'm not sure I learned anything from that.
I was in my room. The lights were off and the door was locked. Someone began banging on the door. Freya was dead. I did not believe it. I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her. And Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs. When I saw Freya, I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished paint. We performed a test and found out that it was, in fact, blood.
Fifi's bedroom should be unlocked.
Can't wait. I don't know what that drink is.
I'd read Fifi's...
What is all this? Homemade poster. This one's about the...
I've not heard of that band. It looks like a microscope.
Can I touch it?
I got it.
I'm impressed. Sounds like it unlocked.
Yeah. There's a book in here.
They're bird cage, but the birds are...
Is that a metaphor? And a
And it's home to 3 especially fancy birds.
You're the detective? Delightful. Penny Pointer? Pleasure.
Is that short for Penelope?
Officially, yes. My fiancé, dear Fitz, is nodding. I left the aviary and headed back towards my room. But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the... Empty aside from Detective Hawkshaw, who was... I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone... I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but for some reason, he was coming out of Fitz's bed. A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya. Uncle Pointer was there. Fitz, too. So he and I both returned to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
We can get into Penny's room now.
Now, like, right now?
This...
To the place. using up all the perches. What if a real...
No, that was it.
Nice work. Did the door open? What?
It's a little glass.
I think it's a...
Come again?
See,
Drawings.
what's that?
Looks like one of them's holding a red rose. It's a photograph.
It's an octopus.
No, it has 6 legs. The frame, though, must be important for some reason.
It's a metronome.
Is it a bomb?
It's supposed... Not sure what those symbols are. That's done it.
Neat. What happened?
A little hatch on...
Anything in there?
Mm-hmm. Part of a photograph.
There's something about that pink something.
Let's ask Poppy about it.
It's out into a gulf.
There's a little mechanism by the...
Nothing. Still
All
on.
4 tiles have a...
Those other...
I think it is.
We already solved it. Can you tell...
Well, the paints are right there on the desk. Also, I mean, no offense, but you can just tell. Nice.
How do you know this?
Why else? Plus, there's a treasure map. What's the deal with that painting on the...
Not sure. We should check that treasure.
I did it. What do I win?
Not bad. What was in the...
More. These are a little different to the one on the desk.
Sir? Can you...
Is it not? Explorer,
Where's...
don't misunderstand me. Fiona and Faye are the greatest. It was dusk. A feeling lingered on heading down the stairs, just outside my room. Shortly afterward, I heard a second set of footsteps going the same way. I got a glimpse of Poppy disappearing down the... Looked into his room, just in case. The hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Point. Poor Freya was laying on the floor. Fiona, Poppy, Fitz, and Pointer were there all...
What can you tell us about this cassette tape? Is it yours?
It belongs to Fred.
You used to like these colors.
Ridiculous.
We need a clue to compare with the cassette tape. Something that... The pink cassette tape found at the crime scene matches the pink cassette player used by Poppy in this old photo.
That is not me.
Yeah, it is. I'll prove it.
Poppy doesn't want to look like that anymore.
That's it.
I would look at it.
Wait a minute. Earth in the middle. How old is... I got it.
I'm impressed.
Did you hear that?
There's a little hatch underneath. What's
A
in
bunch of paper. Looks like somebody's research. Pretty.
Shh, listen. Do you hear a star?
Did you see anyone else?
Penelope and Fitz were in the greenhouse together. I didn't bother them, of course. I sat for my telescope for the majority of it, but at one point I returned to my desk to look something up in a reference book. I couldn't find the book. I left my tower and headed down towards... I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library. She looked impatient and slightly...
Same as ever then?
Quite. I passed her by and went upstairs to Fiona's room. The door was locked, but I could hear shouting coming from inside. I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter. I had no desire to invade their privacy by eavesdropping, so I waited for them to finish and come out into the hall. Before I could ask about the book, Poppy grabbed... It was apparent that both of them had already been crying about something. We went up to Flora's tower. Freya was laying on her back. I went downstairs with Poppy for some reason. I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our room.
Do you think anybody's watching us from one of those...
Maybe. Let's wait.
A big glass door leads out.
There's a little mechanism.
Whatever's on the other side. It's a rose bush. Not part
The roses
aren't...
Exactly. And they're not headphones. They're earmuffs. It's so relaxing. I might just stay. Giant stone frog.
Yeah, he's got...
Except those aren't snowflakes. They're feathers.
Every astronomy tower.
I want to try.
You can see right into Flora's room.
Not by
I
accident.
can see Flora, but she's not. Behind her is the back side of the easel holding... I can't really see anything behind it. It says standing up...
You know, there's a name.
I know. Looks like it might attach to something.
Where's that light coming from?
No, it's just daylight. There's a decent gap. Is that what I... So, we found some research. What's up with this golden beetle?
I can't help you, I think it must be something left behind. I'm not the first scientist to ever walk...
Well, it wasn't in the halls.
There's something about Pointer's astronomy. Something.
Let's ask him about it.
You're not really...
What could you...
I think you're interested.
I don't have time for... My studies focus only...
Right. That...
Yes, my little...
Yeah. About... Pointer's telescope was actually looking at the crime scene and not up at the sky.
First you accuse me of being... Now you're accusing...
Are you spy?
Why would I?
Why? Because you love...
Might not have been Flora you were spy, might have been Freya.
A very precious specimen! Freya was always sneaking around, both towers and in the... She was deaf.
So, you were looking to Flora's room. Did you witness the...
No. When I looked into the room, Flora was Freya at all. It was... That's why I decided to head over there myself.
This
Freya is normally highly skilled at capturing someone's likeness, but in this... also...
My little right.
There's nothing written in the book.
I doubt Freya intended it, but the... Don't you think? It's Flora. She's an inescapably... That's,
We found it in your room.
just lying around.
Nope. You'd hidden it.
We do that.
Who's the her in the message? And what's the deal with the petals?
It's real. Freya doesn't take very good care. Then she was always had her own...
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
There's something about those petals we found in Penny's room. Something.
Let's ask her about it.
They're from red roses, and there's only one place in Tangle
We need a clue. Something that shows the road. It's a drawing of Fitz and Poppy in the rooftop garden. See what Fitz is holding?
One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and steal evidence from them. We know those two have been spending time together in the rooftop. I'm guessing you got paranoid.
What? I'm just not the jealous type. Anything like that. Besides, Tabitha hardly ever leaves her cage. She's certain...
This yellow feather was left behind by Penny's yellow bird when it visited the rooftop garden.
Knowing the two of them are hid, couldn't risk spying on them myself. So I asked... I knew she'd be able to...
Sorry, Penny, but are you...
You don't understand. He's so quiet with me. Being with Poppy seems to bring him... I don't know what he sees in her miserable little... I apologize. This really isn't your bird.